Hello everybody, if you're hearing me, I just test everything live and we're as we should be. It looks like we are this time, with no glitches or issues. Yeah, let's get that shared. Right, so Mature Racing Club. We're now live. Right, let's get that link shared out, get some viewers in, and then I'll be right with you. Just waiting on answers as to who's hosting. It might mean I have to host as well, which I don't mind doing. I've got the details so I can get it set up, but I just need to know from Seamus. Discord. So how are you all if you're tuning in? Hope you're all well. We're locked down for another 3 weeks here in the UK, so all good. The good news is, I guess, on Friday we've got the GTTCC back, and that normally does mean there's more content comes to the channel. I'm in the top league with Dawson this season, so I'm going to get my ass handed to me. Let's blue screen it for a sec. There we go. Sean Daniels, evening. How are you, mate? Have you tuned in to see the aliens in action? Come on, Seamus. I'll tell you what. We just check. He's not got a lobby open yet. I have got Seamus on here, haven't I? I'm just going to give you a blue screen while I just check. I've got him on here. A little bit late doing this because I didn't realise you had to do a system update today. Yeah, I don't care about that. You'll just see a blue screen at the minute. I do apologise. I'm sure it's called Slow Seamus. Is he online? Is he online? Is he online? I'll tell you what. Hey up, mate. Who else is in here with me? Oh, great. I'm just waiting to hear back from Seamus, mate. About who's hosting, because he did say earlier if he wanted me to host, which I'm happy to. Yeah, that's not it. I've got a thingy ready, so. No, just drop him a message in the chat and get him to add me. Right, isn't your first one Catalonia? Catalonia Group 3 Ferrari. Oh ho ho! Have fun in that, mate. Group 3 might be even worse than the Porsche. Racing soft tyres, yeah. Perfect. Right, sod it. Practice endurance race. Room is open for you. Terminal Goats, hello mate. Thank you for joining the stream. What are you up to today, tonight? What time is it there for you? The other lad that we're waiting on in the race is an American, just like yourself. No. Yeah, well, the goat's got to pick his allegiance now. Country or friendship, goat. Pick your poison. Sean Daniel, Stephen Spencer in the chat. Hello, mate. How are you? I'll... In fact, 1 minute, let me just send him this. It's set to friends only though, so I might... I think it's Shellshock 105. I think. So, just doing some admin, ladies and gents. Just bear with us while we do this. I would have been on earlier, but I didn't know there was a thingy that we need an update, and I was getting mildly drunk on a pub quiz with my family, so... we didn't do too great in the pub quiz, mate. I'm not gonna lie. But we got like...
What do you mean pub quiz?
Virtual pub quiz. Yeah, no, that's why it's virtual. On YouTube. So this guy's on YouTube runs through the quiz, like me and all my family were on a big group chat, we were just talking about it, and then I think we got like 37 out of 50. Nah, mate, there was, but everyone's googling answers, and we genuinely didn't Google anything, so we did lose to some ridiculous ones. Delhi B, good evening, Delhi B. How are you, mate? Edward Bull, good evening. Dave Lewis in the chat, good evening. Terminal Goat, you've not picked a side, Goat. Edward. No. Alright, mate, no problem. Right, anyway, I'll do my commentary bit and just let you know what's going on in the room tonight. So, yeah, the 1 vs 1 tournament. There's like 32 races to start with, whittled down to just 2. It's going to be the best of 4 tonight. So they've got 7 potential races, all 10 minutes long, and it's basically the first 1 to 4. So I'll run you through it. There's the first one, which is going to be in the Group 3 Ferrari, and then they're going to go in the VGT BMW Interlagos, then up to Bathurst in the McLaren, and over to Laguna Seca in the Mini, over to Nürburgring GP circuit in the GR1 McLaren, Suzuka in the Red Bull Junior, and they both hope to not get there, but Nürburgring Nordschleife in the SF19 if they have to. But we hope we don't have to get there. I will be popping out of this party chat very shortly, just so you lot can call me a knobhead on that. Let's have a look. Billy Miller, thank you, mate. I know you're watching somewhere. Ah, Edward C. Trickle, yeah, I know you. Right then. So let me just type a message to these boys. What I'll probably do, I'll probably say hello to him, because me doing commentary might be quite distracting for you, so I'll jump out the party. Matt, you alright? I'm good, mate. I was just saying I'm going to jump out the party now just to do my comms stuff. I'll leave you guys to it, and what do you boys want to do for qualifying? Just do a few laps now and then straight into it. Yeah, let me just check I've got it set to fastest first. I should have. I'll just check though. I've been hosting lobbies. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're all good. Right. So I'll just jump out the party. I'll probably ask if you're both ready in the chat. Just type anything in and I'll take that as a yes. Cool. Right. Good luck, boys. I'll probably jump back in this party once we've got a winner. Thank you. Right, I just thought me chatting away would be a little bit off-putting to those. So, let's just get on track and have a look at what we're dealing with tonight. So, the first race Sorry, I'm mildly drunk. The first race is in these Group 3 Ferrari cars. So the guys are just out on track now. That's Seamus just messing about, I think. Seamus is the bloke who put all this together. So he's the one that toiled for hours and hours on spreadsheets putting all this together. And then you've got VQS Dawson, who you remember from my stream a few days ago, knocked me out. He then went on to knock Fat Pickles out of the championship as well, so he's beaten some really fast guys on his way through, not me included. And then Shellshock 105, so I've been meaning to have a look at his run through to the finals. I don't think he's had it easy either. But to be fair, for any of these guys to be in the position they are now, they've had to go through a few sort of fast people, basically. Billy Miller, thank you. Oh, did you watch the pub quiz as well, Edward? Yeah, mate. What did we get wrong now? We got the one. What about Taxi Driver wrong? Nailed the music down, mate. Nailed Science and Nature, but the general knowledge bit, I just fell apart, mate. I didn't get any of them right, I don't think. But by that point, I'd had like 3 large G&Ts. So I'm starting to feel a little bit woozy, because I'm a lightweight. Yeah, I'll give Seamus a shout out, mate, because he puts a lot of his own time into putting this together, to be honest. You know, he's granted we're all in a national lockdown at the minute, but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do it, and he did. So credit to him. So watching the boys on their out laps, on the fast laps now. So what I've said to the guys is they'll do 2 fast laps of the circuit, so they'll probably aim to put a banker in now, just a decent time, not taking too many risks, and then go all out. As we've learned from the previous 1v1 zone, qualifying isn't everything, because you get a bad start, you've undone it. It's not like you're up against a field of cars and you need to qualify at the front, so it's not. A bad qualifying session means really not a lot, to be brutally honest with you. But we'll see how it ends up. We've got 7 potential races lined up for you tonight. We'll run them through in order. And then, like I say, it's the first driver to 4. So, it could be all over in 4 races. And each race is 10 minutes long. That's because you're no general. No, man, I'm no general. I don't have a clue, man. Yeah, I'm giving up my night commentating for this. I should be practicing for tomorrow's races, but hey ho. I'll try and get on in the day tomorrow and do some. So 43.7 for Dawson for his first lap. Who knows whether that's very good at the minute. Let's see what Shellshock can put in. Shellshock for his first lap. Looks like I made a mistake. He's put a 1:45.2 in, so that's a 1.5 seconds down from Dawson. Dawson will now push. If Shellshock did make a mistake in that opening lap, he's probably going to just want to focus on getting a clean lap in. Like I say, it's not too end of the world if we don't get a good lap in here, because it doesn't mean game over. Yeah, it was good fun. Now my sister topped me off, because one of my sisters lives in London. She's cabin crew for BA at the minute. Obviously my other one, she's on lockdown with a kid, so we all just got on video chat, got mildly drunk and answered questions. Good fun. Obviously I finished just in time to get on here and talk to you lot. So let's see if sector times are any good. Dawson's not really improving as it stands, so he's probably looked set to keep his 1:43.7, but we will see. Shellshock's gonna need a good final sector in order to overhaul it, so we'll see. Oh, and Dawson's planted it into the wall. Well done, mate. That's what taking risks makes, mate. He's just staying there, just parked up. So Shellshock then, a 1:45.2 is his best so far. 1:45.0 for Shellshock, so it does improve by 2 tenths. But as it stands, it's not really enough. So Dawson is going to line up on pole for race number 1. The standing starts, and these Ferraris do like to get a little bit squiggly. So I need to pop out just for a second, and cool. Right, let's go. So we start the race, which is going to be a 10-minute duration. They're not fighting fuel depletion or tyre wear or anything like that. They've just got to worry about pace. So, who are you rooting for, chat? Cliche, thanks for dropping in, my buddy. Appreciate it. Not my normal type of stream, this, but I just thought it'd be good fun just to commentate this. So 10 minutes from the Circuit de Catalunya to crown the Mark Study 1v1 champion of 2020. Both drivers get a great start off the line. I'd argue Shellshock got a better start than Dawson, and does appear to be closing in. Dawson's weaving all over the track at the minute, doing a bit of a Max Verstappen. Shellshock does tuck back into the racing line. As Dawson keeps his lead, going through the first complex. Let's just jump on board with Shellshock. See, Dawson just goes a little bit wide there. Shellshock's line's a little bit different. Shellshock on the brake, nice and early there. Didn't want to risk running into the back of Dawson. Of course, both guys racing in a club which is founded on clean racing, so we do expect the very best of sportsmanship from both of them. Lots of shouts for Dawson, but a couple for Shellshock as well. So, well, he's Dawson's not escaping from it just yet. Of course, we all know just how fast Dawson is. What I found with it is it was alright when you're in the slipstream, but the second slipstream goes, you kind of screwed. He was just playing quicker than me. There was no hiding it. Some more BG&T. So what we're certain of, chat, is we're going to have 4 races at least. The next race to stay tuned for is we head over to Interlagos, and there'll be Group X. So I'll need to find out how the Group X machines have BOP. I'm not too sure. Seamus, if you're listening, if you want to let me know that, mate, I would appreciate it. How the BOP is working for the Group X BMW. Can we top that Dawson Rowdy Burns race? Hard to beat that. That is really hard to beat, because Rowdy Burns came with it. He was on it that day. Chatting to Dawson afterwards, he said he was like, he knew he had a race on his hands, like within 3 corners of Dragon Trail. Yeah, he was well and truly on it. So, minute gaps a second, so still within the slipstream range. One mistake for either driver would potentially spell disaster. So we'd have to hope that we don't have any issues like that. 7 minutes to go in race 1. Dawson's pulled out another 3 tenths just in that sector, so he is starting to Dawson is starting to find his groove of the track now. Probably just getting the tyres warmed up on the opening lap. Just starting to pull away a little bit. Shellshock's now got to up his ante a little bit and get Dawson back in the window, because he's now just fallen outside of that sort of magical 2.5 seconds where Slipstream works its magic. He got a really good run out of that last corner though. Shellshock is right back in it. 1.4 seconds between them as they cross the line to start lap at number 3. And with the help of Slipstream, Shellshock is closing Dawson down ever so slowly. He's took 2 attempts out of him on the straight. Is going to need a good run through the complex in order to stay in that Slipstream. The Ferrari mid-engined, very tail happy, will want to step out, especially on acceleration zones. So we're coming up to one of the bits where that will likely happen now. So you can hear Shellshock's having to really balance the throttle. Just be very cautious about when he applies the full berries. Cautious with the downshifts as well. Of course, even snapping a gear down in these things can cause you issues. But yeah, the Dawson Rowdy Burns fight was a great battle. That was epic. So now's the point where Slipstream is kind of over with. 1.8 seconds between them now, so the dirty air that's coming off the back of Dawson's car is not going to be assisting Shellshock in the straights now. This is the part of my race where I sort of lost touch with him. Once he got you out of that Slipstream, that was kind of it. Shellshock is indeed falling back a little bit now, 2.4 seconds between them, and climbing a little bit. Shellshock hasn't got that assistance of Slipstream. He's not getting the extra speed down the straights that he was in the previous laps, which was helping him just stay in touch with the resident alien. Of course, this could be another UK v USA thing, although we've not approached it like that. Race Shellshock in the team versus team, and he was one of the only clean drivers I raced that day, so that's one of the reasons probably why he's here. I keep being told I've got comments, but I'm not seeing them. Refresh my chat. Chat refreshed. No new comments. So comms can get a little bit boring when there's just 2 cars on track, because there's not an awful lot to talk about. So we'll just, I guess we'll ride on board with Dawson for a lap, and we'll just see what it looks like from his perspective. On board a oh wait 1 minute. Let's just come out and then go back in again. There we go. And now I can do this. GT Sport's the most buggy thing in the entire world. Right, let's ride on board with Dawson for a lap of Circuit de Catalunya Barcelona. That's the most Spanish I'll ever do. So breaking down into turn 1, then you look for a 150 metre board on your left hand side. Depending on your testicle size, you brake a lot later than that if you want to. Bear in mind it is downhill, so you kind of have to add a few metres onto your braking zone for that. Turn 3, a long sweeping right-hander. The scene of where Romain Grosjean wiped out the entire F1 field 2 years ago. Braking and use the bridge is a rough braking point. Probably a little bit earlier in the Ferrari, so you can roll it in and coast the car through the corner. Gentle on the throttle out over the little apex, over the little crest, sorry, and down. Bite the car into the apex, so you want to get your tyres onto the apex for the extra grip. Power yourself out, use all the track. This is where one mistake can cost you. Be very careful not to get too far off track here. The game will let you get away with certain limits, but it punishes you hard if you disobey it. Down onto a little back straight then. This would be a DRS zone in Formula 1 world. I look for a little marshal's post on the right hand side as my braking point. Ride all the curb you want here, just be very careful on your throttle. Ride through the grandstands. Now the temptation is to get onto the throttle a lot easier than you actually can do. almost roll the car through this series. Just try and keep your inputs smooth. See, Dawson just got a little bit too much sausage there. Snatched a bit too much sausage, and that's hurt his exit speed a little bit. 1:43.6 for Dawson there, so good luck for him. Let's check on with Shellshock. He's 12 seconds behind now. He's made a mistake somewhere on that lap because he's been lapping consistently in the 44s, and that's a 1:52. So somewhere along the line, Shellshock has had an issue. I don't think we're going to be able to see where it was. No, replay doesn't catch it. Replay only goes back a certain length of time, so I'm afraid we didn't catch what happened. No, you don't want too much sausage in life. That is definitely true. It is. It's something I've stuck with throughout my life, and it's served me well so far. So, unless Dawson has a massive accident, it looks like he's got race 1 under his belt. So it's going to be 1-0 to Dawson once he crosses the line, unless he has a massive crash. It is, of course, what I was willing him on for a few nights ago. For he's riding the sausage. I'll tell you, I'll give him that. He's doing a lot of sausage riding tonight. So Dawson checks a checkered flag for race 1 at Barcelona. So that's him taking the victory this time round. Shellshock is going to finish 13 seconds behind in the end, thanks to an incident. Other than that, he was very consistent. But that's just how punishing this level can be. Right, so confirmation 1-0 for Mr. Dawson then. What I'll need to do now is switch it up to the next track, which is, I'm stalling because I've lost my thing. Where is it? Interlagos. Well, best 2 or 3. Interlagos. I can never find Interlagos. There we go. And then it'll be Group X. I think you punish yourself, Shellshock, a little bit. Yeah, let's be honest, Dawson was quicker there, but you were consistent. And in a Group 3 Ferrari, I can promise you that ain't an easy feat. Oh, he's a pig of a car. So, BMW VGT. Reverse grid setting coming up. Yeah. Sorry, let me just sort this out. Always forget to do this. Thanks for the friend request, C Trickle. I will be accepting that after the stream, mate. There we go. Shouldn't affect the boys on track. So let me just do a little check. Let's make sure they're not giving each other any more power faff or what. Yeah, perfect. So I'm happy that they are not using more power than they should do. So we used this car in a recent league. I didn't get in the league, but I think they did like a 6-track tour in this car and they really enjoyed it. So who knows? This is loosely based on the BMW M3, I believe. but it's called a VGT because it's a Vision Gran Turismo car, so it's a car that Gran Turismo or a car designer's just gone, you know what, this looks good. And they've just made it for the game, so it's fictional, but it's based on a real life car. Right, Dawson just in the pits at the minute. I will just go out and check he's not being naughty. I was just watching Seamus do some laps. Power weight settings for this. Good question, Shellshock. Ain't too sure. Have to wait for Seamus to let us know. I was just checking that you weren't using the same. I'll take this time to reply to a message. Five four one 1182. Right, let me do a final check that they're all good. Yeah, perfect. So just giving the guys 2 minutes just to familiarise themselves with the track if they want to, go for a Wii if they want to, roll a J, whatever. Dawson doing some drifting. Evening Burnt Fry, how are you doing? Goat, Q, Billy Miller. So, any MRC boys in here, what's your picks for cars? I am going with the McGann Trophy and the GTR. I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Got to be honest though, mate, this lockdown's not for me, but it's for the greater good. I'm not enjoying not going to the gym and the usual stuff, like just being stuck at home all day. It's not doing me very good upstairs, if you know what I mean. But I'm in the same boat as everyone else, so you know you've just got to lump it and crack on, haven't you? Struggling with the GTR, you do have to have. You have to have a bit of a chunk of rear brake balance, mate, and it does eat its tyres. So you need to run it at 3 to the rear or more, just so it's drivable. But it's alright. TT and NSX, good shouts, mate. To be fair, I think a few people have gone for the TT and the NSX. NSX is great on its tyres, and the TT is shit on its tyres. So, but it's a fucking rocket ship, mate. That TT. We go racing with JRC and Potter the other day, and JRC was in the TT, and it literally just fucked off in a straight line. That thing just went. I can't get any speed out of it. Not sure what to suggest, mate. Is it when you say can't get any speed out of it, what are you struggling with? Like getting the car turned in, getting power down on entry, what's that? I didn't find it too bad. You just have to stick with it a little bit. NSX and Lambo. Lambo's an interesting choice. I don't think it's the best four-wheel drive out there, mate. Not gonna lie. It's a good car, but I don't think it's the best. Still doing commentary on Thursdays when the season starts. Yes. Is the short answer to that. TT's okay if you have it 5 to the back. Yeah, I get that. Citroen GT. Yeah, mate. Don't it hate curbs though? Yeah, Billy. No, I get your point now, mate. The gearing on it's ridiculous. The best Group 4 gearbox is the Jag, but everything else is terrible. The GTR's gearbox is gopingly awful. The Subarus, mate, second gear's got no range in it at all. Like you can go from first to third and not lose a single thing. Right, let's get this race underway anyway, because I'm just chatting now, aren't I? Yeah, a lot of people are going for the TT short, so it's got to have its good thing. Where is Bobette? He's in a chat with them two. So Bob is watching, I think. We race on your birthday, do we? Oh, you shouldn't have told me that, mate. You should not have told me that. I'm going to be honest with you, Billy. I've picked it based on driving it once. So, yeah, it could be a long season for me, mate, based on what you're saying. Alright, anyway, I've got some commentary to do, so let's see how this gets on. Shellshock is pole this time round. We reverse grid it. Both drivers get away well. Dawson got a lot of wheel spin off the line and just tucks back in as we enter the centre S's for the first time. 10 minutes again this time round. Shellshock will not want to let Dawson past him, but Dawson's gone narrow. He's going to look to get the turn made down into T4. Popular overtaking spot into Lagos. But a very easy. Dawson loads later on the brakes there. And that's a brilliant move by Dawson to get past Shellshock on the opening lap. We have marked that. We can go back and have a look at that from Dawson's perspective, because to me he just heated it on the brakes. Shellshock then is into second, but will want that place back, so he can go on full dog attack mode now. Just gets the back end of that BMW loose. As far as I'm aware, this is still a front engine car. So the back end will like to get a little bit giddy on your underbraking. You might want to get a bit. You might want to tinker with your brake balance a little bit just to get the balance right in the car. Dawson speeds up the hill. Let's go and have a quick look back at that move that got him into the lead. So approaches into T4, just watch Shellshock on his braking point, probably going to brake around the second braking marker. Wow, that was ballsy. That was pretty much the definition of ballsy by Dawson there. Now 1.4 seconds in the lead. Shellshock just about clinging on into the slipstream, and as it stands, really getting that BMW on the edge, just dipping two wheels on the AstroTurf on the edge. That can send you into another dimension if you even think about putting the power on while your wheels are there. Who's winning? 1-0 to Dawson so far, mate. This is only the second race. Just 1-0, mate. So it's potentially 7 races. I did see Shellshock put something in the chat a minute ago about just best out of 3, so they wanted to. He basically just wanted to put it down to this race, really. As we see Dawson get old, see, controls that well. See, this BMW does seem to like, on braking, just the back end just gets out of you. Is Shellshock on controller? I don't know, mate. Actually, I'm not too sure. We can sneakily have a look at his inputs and just see how smooth they are. That'll usually give us a bit of a clue. If he's on controller, he's damn smooth with it. I don't know. I'd say that's wheel, mate, but I'm looking at Dawson. That's why I'm not. Oh, I still have had a few gens. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, his inputs are a bit more jittery, aren't they? Which is the sign of a controller player. So all I'm doing is I'm looking at the little red bar. That tells us what the steering input is currently. Although his steering inputs are good, the right way you want them to be, they're just not as smooth as Dawson's are. So 3 seconds between the drivers now, just about to enter the halfway point of the race. Dawson's fastest lap so far, 129.3, a 135 for Shellshock, 130.5 rather. I think the two or three was just at the end of the race saying, yeah mate, sorry, I've had a few bits. You still on controller, Billy? Have you got a wheel now? Dawson's just another level. Does a lot of karting though, doesn't he? Got a wheel but can't get on with it. What wheel you got? Mate, when I first moved to a wheel, yeah, I was all over at shop. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you look back through my channel, there's videos of me racing with a wheel for like the 4th or 5th time. I was crashing, like every time I spun, couldn't hold it. I felt like I didn't have control of the car. And you just got to kind of stick at it. And I feel better now I'm driving with a wheel. But look, mate, if you enjoy the game playing with controller, then fuck it, play with controller. Who gives a shit? Don't matter, you know what I mean? T150, they're not a bad wheel, so so Dawson, look at that, right? That's consistency right there. Dawson's fastest lap 129.120. Lap number 4, the lap afterwards, 129.120. That's consistency. Shellshock consistent as well, like mid 130s every single lap, bang bang bang. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, there's slower lap times than Dawson's, but let's be honest with us, every single one of us, I think, watching this video right now would be slower than Dawson. So there's no shame in losing to the guy. But that's banging consistency in a car that's, as we've seen, isn't the easiest to control. It's better than losing the house to another. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. Dawson may be quick, but yet he still forgets to do the fuel cap up at Karting North East. Well, you know, everyone's got to have flaws. On 29.0, so he takes a 10th off his lap time. Yeah, he's been telling me about his karting adventures. I could really do with getting into that again. It's been ages since I've done any form of proper karting. Me and the MRC boys did it a while ago, but in fact we need to get a meet sorted for this year. We need to do something. Shellshock does improve on his fastest lap at 130.1 and going faster still. So Shellshock's not going down with that fight. Granted, he's 7 seconds south of Dawson currently, but he's putting in lap times and consistency that proved to us why he got here in the first time. Beat some decent drivers on his way through. And Dawson beat some decent drivers and a pleb like me on his way through as well. Yeah, Billy, mate, if you'd rather play with just like a controller and have a laugh and just that's all that matters, mate. If you enjoy it. I enjoy it more on a wheel now, but that's it. But I used to love it on the controller as well. Alright, so we're going to get one more lap out of this, ladies and gents. And then we'll move on to race number 3. So the last lap, we're looking at 7.6 seconds between Dawson and Shellshock. Shellshock again bangs in a mid 130. So great consistency from both drivers tonight. Street, yeah, he is. He is, mate. Street boy's on controller. He's fucking quick as well. Is he the only one on controller in Fusion? I think the rest of us are on wheels, aren't we? Someone's got some right fancy rigs though. Alright. Stu Law's rig's worth like £5 grand. It's a right beast. I'm basically in a fold-up deck chair. So it's not like a pop, is it? Got to run out of gin though, I haven't. Best part of the night when I realise I've still got alcohol left. So then race 2 comes to a close. The final lap sign has been put out and the checkered flag is being waved. Dawson's going to take the checkered flag to finish second, to finish the second race in first place. It's 2-0 to Dawson. Shellshock's going to come across the line 8.3 seconds behind him. But again, great consistency from both drivers throughout that race, so we can see what they got there. There's certainly no shame in any of it. Is it just me who's noticed this, by the way? But the little light, I noticed this at Willow Springs the other day. Like your cars get mucky through the race. I didn't know. I've never noticed that before. Dawson, if you had the stream on in the background, mate, you would notice I did see your consistency. I was too busy chatting to the boys in the stream, like, but yeah, I did. No, they both of them put some absolutely stunning laps in. I'm just getting the next track combo up, which is Bathurst McLaren, I think. Yes, Group 3 McLaren at Bathurst. So, probably my favourite track on the game. No, second favourite. Tell a lie, second favourite. My favourite is Spa. Bathurst. Let's move to Group 3. Balance of performance on. Change. There we go. This is the third race now then. So I'll have 10 minutes here and then we pack the cars up and go to Laguna Seca, where they will be driving the Mini Vision Gran Turismo, so another fictional car. Don't think I've ever driven the Mini VGT or even seen the damn thing. Didn't know there was one. Same as a Group 1 McLaren, I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't know. You like the desert track? What? Willow Springs? Oh mate, I can't stand it. First race at GTTCC there as well. Yeah, Bathurst is brilliant, mate. It's a superb track. I'm dreading Willow Springs, man. I'm dreading it. Never been able to get on with the track at all. My tactic is, I think I'm just going to... I don't even know what car to take. My gun? Sod it, I'll use my gun. and just hope that I can keep it on track more than some of the other guys do. That's pretty much my tactic, to be honest. Play with his bucket and spade on the beach. Yeah, good shout. Build some sandcastles, mate. It's good. You can get some proper. I'll tell you what though, there's going to be some right good photos after that's done. Just about 17 cars just getting airtime. That'll be great. As always, you can expect video reviews of the races I'm involved in on the channel. They'll be up with the days after the race, so probably over the weekend. Since I'm not allowed to leave the house now. Oh, I used my car today. I drove my real life car for the first time today in about 3 or 4 weeks. It's been killing me just sitting there. I had to go and do some shopping and I used the car. Normally I walk to the supermarket, but I drove today. I just needed to give the car one out. And it felt weird. Honestly, it felt so strange driving, and the roads were dead. It was brilliant. Took the long way back home. Took it on dual carriageway, give it a bit of a pasting. Getting 3 weeks per gallon. Poof, mate. Honestly. I don't mind that, don't get me wrong, because my car drinks fuel. It's like it does about 22 miles per gallon at the minute. Like when I'm normally driving it. But no, yeah, 3 weeks a gallon now, mate. Let's give him a 2-minute warning. This is the 4th race then. Now, is it the 4th? No, it's the 3rd race. So yeah, 2-0 to Dawson. Good car. I wouldn't have got that far, mate. It's a Skoda. Oh, Skoda Octavia VRS, mate. But I've had it mapped and toyed with, and don't get me wrong, I love it to bits. It's just a brilliant car, but I wouldn't go and say it's a great car because I know there's some great cars out there. But for me, it's a good car. For the money I paid for it, it's a bargain. Going for a motorbike ride again, mate? Yeah, get out there, do it. I've never been a motorbike man. I rode a scooter once in college and fell off, and I've just never got on since. You know, the little 50cc get out and push things. Yeah, one of them. Ah, yes, it was. Good shout, Seamus. So, what we're watching now is Dawson's pick. So, each driver was asked to pick their car track combo. We're watching Dawson at his car track combo. And this is what he's picked. Shellshock has the choice of the next one. His choice was weird then. Like, even sake, yeah, I get it, because he's an American guy anyway. But the Mini VGT, strange choice. Get some air on your Mangione. Mate, I would fall off so often. Roads are great at the minute. Oh, man. Love it. It's dead. There's loads of people getting them for speeding now, because people are just panning it down. Like, I think there was one guy in my area, is like, basically I live in the middle of the countryside in Midlands, in like a little town surrounded by the Peak District, the Lake District, or like Peak District, sorry, it was right the first time, near Chatsworth and Matlock and all that stuff. So you just get loads of people just passing it around. Don't get me wrong, usually I'm one of them. One guy, I think, on a 50 mile an hour zone, caught doing 112 mile an hour the other day. Yeah, it's a good livery on that. Classic McLaren livery. Shellshock's rocking. Of course, Dawson's rocking his Vanquish Team 1. Best get this race started, because I told him it would start in 2 minutes about 5 minutes ago. So let's get the race underway. So I've put BOP back on again. We used to live in Hena, huh? That's on the right corner. Damn Derby. I used to work in Belper. My old job was in Belper, so that's on the right corner from Hena. Well, if I said Hena was in Derby, someone would kill me. It's Nottinghamshire, isn't it? Worked in Ilkeston. Yeah, I know Ilky. Alright, so the reverse grid shows Dawson as on pole, but I know it isn't because Bathurst does this for some reason. Shellshock will be ever so slightly ahead. And he's got the inside line coming down into T1. So Dawson's probably going to have to try and hang it around the outside if he wants this. Does manage to do that. Great move by Dawson around the outside of Shellshock. Come on, I think it's Hell Corner. Two Griffins for the first time then. Bunch of slipstream being given off by that McLaren. Great slipstreaming circuit this one. Exceptional technical knowledge needed to get around this thing cleanly. But if you stay in the slipstream, you're in a good position. First grid, yeah, it is reverse grid, but for some reason Bathurst, I don't know why there's a bug on it. But I didn't change it from reverse grid, so it should still be set in that. Excuse me, I'll check afterwards. I'll wait till I go down the mountain, then I want to go and have a look at that. Oh, Dawson's made a mistake. Dawson's made a mistake. We'll go and have a look at that instead. Capture the moment, ladies and gentlemen, a rare moment where Dawson makes an error. So coming down the mountain just takes taking off curb. An unusual error. But that's meant that Shellshock now is in the lead, but importantly, Dawson's still got a little bit of slipstream on him. It's going through the chase then. Dawson's able to catch up a lot under braking. And provided he can stay in Shellshock's slipstream, he'll basically get pulled along. You see Dawson's kind of squiggling away under acceleration there. Shellshock's doing a good job so far of holding back the Vanquish Esports driver. See the power of the suck right now. Dawson will be eyeing this up for a move into Griffins. Does Shellshock defend it? Kind of put his car in the middle of the track there, I won't lie. Like, didn't seem to want to commit to either side. Just seemed to put his car in the middle of the circuit, so Dawson might now have to just settle in behind him for the remainder of the lap until they get onto Conrod straight, unless Shellshock does make an error. On board with Dawson again. I think it's really good to watch a car from the perspective of the car behind, coming through the S's and down the mountain through McKinley Park, down on a helicopter that just hovers in the same place all the time. Dawson's practically just coasting this part of the circuit, not pushing too hard. Shellshock very squirrely coming out of the S's. The car's balance just gets chucked all over the place coming through that. Nice and steady. Good exits needed here. I think Shellshock might have just got a little bit of a wall tap. Slipstream playing a part now. Dawson's just a tenth behind. You can see him stalking his prey. Side by side coming into the chase. Dawson's got the left hand side, the inside. Coming into the cutting. Dawson is back through. Shellshock though is going to look to immediately come straight back at him. This was Dawson's pick, don't forget, and he's getting attacked basically on his own pick. Shellshock's basically bullying him around the circuit in a minute. Dawson has just taken the fastest lap of the race at 2:03.3. Let's get the consistency check back up again. Shellshock not able to get around Dawson at Griffins. Dawson just places his car defensively. Shellshock not able to get a move made. Coming back up the mountain then for the third time. I need another sip of gin. You can tell I'm not treating this as the professional commentary job. It probably should be. It's only two cars. I do find it a struggle. I just thought I'd give it a cover for the guys. I was making messes. Back through Forest Elbow. Yeah, we're good. Both drivers make it. Shellshock got really close to the wall there, but survived that. I do really like that livery on his car as well. Shellshock now is well within range of Dawson in slipstream. He's probably not going to be in a position at the end of the straight to get him, but look at the amount of help the slipstream's given him. They're in the same car. He took 5 attempts out of him on the straight. Don't get me wrong, I think he got a blinder of an exit out of Forest Elbow, which no doubt helped, but the slipstream, very powerful. Dawson sets a 201.5 for his fastest lap, 202.1 for Shellshock, so a good lap from both those guys on the third lap there. As they enter lap 4, Shellshock again with the slipstream coming up towards Griffin's. He's just dropping away the time to Dawson. He's going to get really close. Coming up through the mountain. As they go up through Griffin's, looking at about 9 attempts between both of them. Easy to make a mistake in the camber of the corner. Wants to naturally throw the car a little bit wide. Always hit the wall again. Shellshock, that's going to cost him a tenth or two coming up the mountain. Hits the wall again. This could put him out of slipstream zone coming into the Conrod straight, and you don't want to be out of slipstream here. He needs a really good next sector now, does Shellshock, in order to not lose slipstream with Dawson. He's 2 seconds behind now, so he has lost it, and he's just tapped the wall again. The pressure of Bathurst potentially getting to him. It's a very difficult circuit to keep your focus on, so perhaps focusing on Dawson just a little bit too much maybe. So a look back from Dawson, then you can see he's got a 3.2 second lead over Shellshock right now. And Shellshock now has made a bit of a hill for himself to climb. He's got one more lap to rectify this. One more lap of Bathurst. If Dawson does make a mistake, Shellshock is still well within range. Dawson previous time to 2 minutes 0.8. Great lap from Dawson. Shellshock did a 203 there, so 3 seconds slower that lap than Dawson was, and that's what hitting the wall and getting yourself out of slipstream at Bathurst actually means to you in real life. This is the third race, so although it will be 3-0 to Dawson, if it were to finish right now, it's first to 4. So we do still have to do the next race. Dawson is very squirrely coming out of the cutting. But Shellshock does exactly the same thing. The car's balance is all over the shop at that point. And putting any sort of power through the rear wheels will just result in getting a little bit squirrely. James Harben, evening my friend. Thank you for joining in. How are you? How's your chickens? Last one of our spectators, which is ADG on YouTube. The flying pasty. Oh, you're a Ginsters boy this time, man. Is B-rated still in that team? So it's 3-0 to Dawson then. Claims number 3 at Bathurst. It was his track pick. He sets a new fastest lap at the same time. Shellshock 6.3 seconds behind. I'd say Shellshock's best race, won't lie. Yeah, I know Dawson made a mistake, but it was legitimately quite decent there. In fact, no, I'll correct it. I think Shellshock's best race so far has been Interlagos. Just the consistency that both of them were showing was really impressive. Oh, it's been a past. He's a good lad, B, right? Me and him go pretty much way back to the start of things. Edit event settings. Yeah, see, it was reverse grid proof. Although I don't know why it did that. Right, so next up, Laguna Seca. Oh, it's called WeatherTech Laguna. I'm looking at it. Oh, 1 minute, where's it gone? It's there. My neighbour's putting bins out, making a great racket. What tyres are we on, boys? So I'm just checking through some things. I prefer this to Willow Springs. Put it that way. Like if I had the two, I'd pick this. Oh, so Seamus has gone as well. Oh, he's got to go, he says. Did what for real? This track. I'll tell you why they rave about it, mate. I'll tell you exactly why they rave about it. In fact, I'll show you why they rave about it. Oh, this is the monkey that is cute in it. Oh, yeah, you'll be. How can you call it a mini? It's the size of a bloody bungalow. Tell you what, corkscrew on a bike would have been a laugh, wouldn't it? Oof. Imagine me going around there on my scooter. Sure, this is why people rave about it. This one corner. You take this one corner out, no one cares about Laguna Seca anymore. Because yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all. But the corner drops 3 stories. It's a long way for a car to drop. And what well, I live in a 3-story house. And it takes me like 5 minutes to get upstairs. I wonder what it'd be like in reverse. Have we ever done that? Has anyone ever tried Laguna Seca reverse? Bet that'd be a hoot. Do it in a Samba bus, it won't get uphill, would it? Oh wait, we've got grip. I'm doing it. 1 minute. I'm doing it. I've got like a Renault Gordini or something, I'm sure I have something crap. There we go. Oh, it's got to be crap. Sort by power. It's going the worst thing I've got. There we go. Renault Gordini. Let's get out there. Let's do it. Group X, so it don't matter. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Bet they're just going to think, what the fuck is he doing? never driven this car actually. Right, Laguna Seca reverse, ladies and gentlemen, in a Renault Gordini. Wait, hey up, mate, you alright? I hope I'm ghosted. That's good. Hello, Dawson. Alright, mate. Oh shit, I need to press the corner coming up. Over the sausage, there we go. Put me brake balance to me just to get the rear rotating. Let's go. Let's go, boys. I'm on racing soft tyres. Full slick mode. Come on. Oh, grip, grip, grip. Right, we're 70 on approach. Let's take it flat out. Yeet! Oh my days. That was so much fun. Right, I want to try that. Sorry, Dawson and Shellshock, I'm kind of ruining anything out of it, but I feel like I need to do this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up we go. Up we go. Oh, he's struggling. We've made it. There we go. 100 horsepower. Boom. What are you complaining about? He's better in reverse, this track. This is pretty much flat out in a Group 3 car, but I'm just going to dab it. There we go. Oh, shit. There we go. Get back end out. There we go. Well, I was just wondering what the fuck I'm doing. I'm surprised Dawson not actually messaged me yet, you know. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? Right, anyway, I best stop messing about and I best not enter myself in the race, or they will be very mad at me. Right. Right, go. How are you doing? Samba bus. I couldn't get the Samba bus, mate. I think it's in Group 1. Couldn't do it. Or whatever it is, N100. We think that in most of your races. Yep, cheers James, thanks mate. Appreciate the support, pal. You're not wrong, like, but I appreciate the support. Right, let's just get this underway. This one is Shellshock's choice, yes it is. And I'm curious as to why he picked the Mini. Like, why do you want a VGT Mini? Jano, hello. Thanks for joining back. Traitor. Right then, look at this beautiful specimen. Coming soon to an Asda supermarket near you. The Mini XLX Fat Body Y Boy. Still looks like he's got no boot space. Shellshock has a decent start though. He's going to look to go defensive immediately, coming into what is technically T2. So this is Shellshock's choice then, so he's picked this circuit and track combo just like Dawson did with the McLaren at Bathurst. This was only picked today as well, I think. So they didn't really have too much notice of this. Mini was your first car, yeah Billy, but I bet it didn't weigh the same as a small Planet. A proper Mini is a Mini. I've driven one with a manual choke and all sorts. They're brilliant fun. These things are shit. Just terrible cars. Aren't they like a Aren't they BMW engines? They just break down all the time. Bought you for 25 quid? You got ripped off, mate. Nah, joking. The one I had was like, it was a proper Mr. Bean-ish, it was yellow. It wasn't mine, it was my mum's, but I used to drive it around. It was a great car, loved it. So Shellshock then, ladies and gentlemen, is leading, coming into a lap number 2. Dawson is piling on the pressure though, just a tenth and a half behind him. Shellshock doesn't defend that. It might have been a mistake. Dawson goes very deep. Shellshock just manages to hold on to the lead. Back in 73. Oh, mate, that was a little bit before my time, I'm afraid, Bill. But yeah, the old minis they were proper cars, mate. Them. I'd love a classic mini to make, like an original John Cooper works. I'd love one. Track day it, stick like 2 Hayabusa engines in it. Badoom. What do you mean rude much? I've said hello to you. What do you want? Dawson has managed to get back in front, side by side, coming down the corkscrew. This is proper racing now. Shellshock's fighting this one. Dawson was on the outside, but to the inside for the next corner. It sticks it in. I should warn you, these guys are dicing with death every time they take a corner. There's these massive sausage curbs on the inside of every corner, and they launch you into low Earth orbit if you dare hit one. We had a Cooper S. Nice. Dawson's gonna go at an attack mode again. I think he's going to judge his braking a lot better this time around, though he does. Shellshock is able to fight back a little bit, but as it stands, Dawson's got that move made. As you've noticed though, with Laguna Seca and anyone who's driven it, it's very easy to make a mistake here. So all is not over yet. In the next 6 minutes, one of these boys has got to make a mess up somewhere. Mrs. has an 09 Cooper S, has a Peugeot engine. Yeah, mate, I'm not surprised. Didn't know they had a Peugeot engine though. Is that the supercharged or the turbocharged one? Oh, Dawson's off. Dawson's off. Can Shellshock send it at the corkscrew? He can. That was great by Shellshock there. Let's just go on board with Shellshock and have a look. In fact, we'll go on board with that in a minute and have a look at what that means. Like, what that means. I can't talk tonight. Right, let's just do this. So yeah, Dawson was on the beach. He tried to defend, but Shellshock just full sent. Great move there by Shellshock. Seems some good. Oh, I'm picking the wrong thing again. It seems some good moves by both these guys. Shellshock is currently leading this race. Dawson is has just made the odd mistake in this car. He's outbraked himself once or twice and missed the odd apex here and there. So it's proving to be a bit of a pig of a car to drive by all accounts, which means they've done a very good job of replicating the real life version of the Mini, because that too is goppingly awful. And I know the real one doesn't have turbo whistle like that either. The turbocharged one, yeah, no wonder it drinks a litre of oil a month, mate. I've had my Skoda a year and a half now. I've had to put a litre in it in that year. Like, that was just before a service as well. So yeah, Peugeot engines, mate. Copy. I won't buy a new one. I was going to say, Dawson going for a move around the outside then. No, Shellshock just managed to defend that. Skoda power. love that Czech Republic, like, I can't think of a Russian word for brilliant. So it's nice. Yeah. Nah, it's alright, don't diss me, Skoda. It's alright. She's done you no harm. I had a Saab before that. I love that. That was great. It was like driving a tank. I'd have another Saab, definitely. One thing's to be said though for the race, Dawson got a great run out of that turn. But Shellshock's just knowing the right place to put his car at any one time, and that's just enabling him to hold on to the lead at the minute. Dawson is arguably mounting a very convincing attack. Tell them her name. Sally. Yeah, my car's called Sally. We've got a keyring that says Ride Sally Ride on it. And today Sally got ridden. And she loved every minute of it. Shellshock slowed down to get rid of a penalty. That's let Dawson back through again. And obviously with regard to penalties, the boys can pretty much do what they want with them. They can hold them for the race and just serve them at the end, or yeah. Saab is a Vauxhall, Skoda is a VW. Yeah, correct. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, mate. Although to say Saab is a Vauxhall is probably a little bit unfair, given that they pretty much only have the chassis, and they changed that so much that even the track width were different on the Saab. It was wider. Basically Saab took like a Vauxhall Vectra and went, no, this is shit, and then threw everything out. And then just put their own shit in. Like literally, mate, honestly, my Saab, fuck all Vauxhall in there. The end, like nothing. Just a few parts, like the oil filter and stuff like that. But the Skoda, like all the parts are like badged VW and Audi. Like you look underneath it, like everything. It's the same engine as an S3 or something like that. Anyway, we're getting away. They weren't wrong about. Yeah, the Vectra's fucking awful, mate. I've had one of them and all. Shit car. Although I will say, I think the best car I've ever owned, but I'm coming from an emotional judgment other than my Skoda, because I think my Skoda is my favourite car. But before that, I had a 1993 Cavalier Turbo 4x4. You know, the old C20 lat engines in it. That had all the toys, mate. It was fucking brilliant. It was 400 some horsepower. I loved that thing. It did like 4 miles per gallon and rattled all the time and used to break down constantly, but I loved it with a passion I will never know exists. As far as car talk goes anyway. Brilliant thing. Anyway, I best have a look at the race. 30 seconds left of this one, boys. 30 seconds remaining. Dawson is winning, but only by 1.3 seconds, and he's only there because Shellshock had to serve a penalty. I will make an argument that Shellshock should be winning this one because he's pulled off some great moves. He's currently setting the fastest lap of the race as well. Dawson does currently hold it, but only just. Yeah, I think Shellshock's had a great race this time out, and he can be proud of himself. He can walk away from this with some pride and just say, look, you know what, I stuck it to the fastest guy in MRC, and go from there. Before anyone gets in on the iOS, he is now the fastest one. I had an XJS. You had an XJS? Did you just drive around the town going, I've got a Jag? Is that the my Jag knowledge, especially old school Jags, isn't all there. Is that the V12 one with the bonnet the size of Libya? Because if so, well done, my man. Well done. That's a beautiful car. So, 4-0 to Dawson. But it has to be said, he hasn't had it all his own way tonight. A couple of the races yet, Dawson, I'll be honest and say dominated them. Race 1, dominated it at Catalunya. I don't think Shellshock even got ahead during that race. Race 2 at Interlagos, both of them are very consistent races. Dawson even lapping the exact same lap time twice in a row, only to beat it by a tenth a lap later. And then Bathurst, very close. A couple of mistakes started creeping in for Dawson, given it was his pick. He made a mistake in the S's, which let Shellshock through. He held the lead for a couple of laps, and Dawson managed to pick his way back through again. And the Laguna Seca, a couple of little battles and overtakes here and there. Dawson breaking himself down to turn 2. Shellshock getting a brilliant move made into the corkscrew. Yeah, it's some really good racing by the boys. Kept it clean, didn't notice a single issue, as you would expect with the Mature Racing Club drivers. So yeah, well done to both the racers for their attendance and perseverance and all that stuff. I'm aware I've missed the G. My keyboard does this sometimes. Doesn't recognise the first letter I type into it. It was a shame he served that penalty, mate. It would have probably just burned off in the corners. That's what I don't know. Yeah, the old V12 jack. Oh, you beaut. So that's it then. What we'll do is we'll just try and pop into their party actually, if they're still talking in it. See if it's still in it. A minute. Maybe not that, but we are still on stream. So how was that? Why did he serve that penalty? The guys on stream are like, why did he serve the penalty? Nah, it's kind of up to you, innit? Like, I think Seamus has even said at one point that you kind of do what you want. Like, if you want to serve him straight away, you can. If you don't, you don't. But I think as long as you've got rid of him by the finish line. Yeah. Welcome to Gran Turismo, mate. I won't lie, for half of that last race I was just chatting to the stream about cars or drinking gin, so we were missing most. I just tuned back in and went, oh, we've got 30 seconds to go. It was good actually. No, we were watching the action. Oh, it was lovely. Yeah. I thought no, that I even replayed it from your perspective. I even went on board with you and replayed it. And I'm like, oh, that's a great move, that. Yeah, and you held it as well. That's about it, isn't it? Oh, I think that was the only penalty anyone got tonight as well. Oh dear. It's alright, he smashed me up a few rounds ago, mate, don't worry about it. It'll be only a matter of time knowing him. I'd rather get to the final. Well. That's probably because he rage quit. Who knows? Who knows? He's like, fuck this. Off he went. I hope I didn't put you off by going backwards. I just wanted to see if the Renault Gordini had stalled going up the corkscrew. Turns out. Yeah, I just thought, what's the worst car I've got? No, it's because it's in Group X, isn't it? So the only one you've got in Group X for that gopping thing. I should have just selected it to all and got like a Samba bus and just took that up and just see what happens. You know, just turn the power all the way down and all that. The stream found it funny anyway. Right, talking of the stream, I'm just going to cut the stream off here. So if you're watching, I'll probably catch you with some GTTCC review videos. You'll no doubt see Dawson lap me in those in the coming days. And other than that, yeah, I'll just try and get on and do some streaming and keep people entertained while we're locked in our houses getting drunk. Right, see you later, everyone. Take it easy.